we're gonna do now, just cover everything in a middle tone of gray. So I'm gonna start with this side because I'm left-handed and I don't want everything to get smeary. So I'm gonna move back as I cross hatch. So the cross hatch is do consistent lines, soft, don't press hard and just do them quick so they are similar to each other. You want to avoid lines that are darker or the pressure is different from the general pressure of the drawing. So right now I don't want to press any harder than what I'm doing so it doesn't look different. Continue here, just cover the whole thing. I think in my drawing the sphere looks bigger. That's fine. So now I'm going in a different direction. So that's what's called cross hatching, so you're going on different directions to cover all the white of the paper inside the area that you drew the lines. So there should be no white left. It's tiring. So still keep with the 2H. We go as far as I can with the 2H so it doesn't, so we can still control pretty much on the darks and lights. So sometimes the lead will have a soft spot and it's gonna make things darker in some lines. That's the lead is not perfect on the pencil, so it will happen sometimes, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Just go a little bit in a different direction here. Sure that we keep things clear, separated. Retrace my line, I don't want to lose it. So what I'm going to do now is with a paper towel, I'm going to blend a little bit what I did. I'm not going to press very hard because if not everything is too fussy and it's going to make some areas darker and other ones lighter. Just very soft, kind of rub the whole thing inside. And this will help covering the rest of the white areas. Don't use the finger or you're going to get an oil print and that doesn't come out. So you don't want to have anything on your drawing that you don't want. So you can clean up a little bit on the edges, so always keep it clean. So you can shape the eraser and clean the edges. So the sphere. There is a soft spot here that I don't like very much, so I'm gonna just dab it. But if it doesn't come out, that's fine. We can work around that. So after I blend, I like to go on straight up everything a little more and just softly go once more with the pencil, kind of touch up some of the lines that are still visible. So the drawing will look very light, there is no contrast, it's only a middle tone. Okay, so after we cover everything with a gray uniform layer, we switch a pencil to the 2B and we're gonna start going into the dark sides of everything. So I'm gonna start with this little object. So notice how much quicker you will get a dark tone with the 2B pencil. You don't need to go over and over again to make it dark. You're gonna start seeing a lot of contrast. And I'm just gonna look at only the darkest sides of everything. So on this top one, that's the darkest side. On this one, this side, we're using natural light. So on the white objects, it's pretty easy to see the contrast with no light source, artificial light source. So it's a great way to start practicing. So you can buy like a rubber ball or have some kind of box and you can paint them white yourself with just any white paint. And you can set them up and start doing some sketching to practice your shading. It's very easy to see dark sides and light areas on white objects. It gets a little bit trickier when you're using color objects. So I'm just going to cover the contrast. If you're going to have like uneven areas, that's fine. Just even if they're uneven, it doesn't matter now. We just have a general, we want to have a general idea of where the dark areas are, what is their shape. So that's the darkest area for that. And now we're going to move on to the sphere. It is definitely we have our dark area kind of farther back here. So the dark area for the sphere is a little bit farther to do than the cube and the rectangle. So right now I'm marking the core of the sphere, this darkest area of the sphere. So on the cube you will have this sharp edge, this area here marks the dark and this is the light. But in the sphere there is not really a clear area that says light, dark and light. So we need to have this core area, which is the darker side of a round object, and that kind of marks the turn, how the object's is turning, because it's so many close together. Like imagine you have a bunch of these very close together, so it looks round. It needs to have this dark area, so I want to unify it a little bit and move a little bit lighter toward the center. I start making it lighter as I move. So I'm going to wrap it around by putting a little bit of the shading that comes from the side. I'm going to reshape my sphere a little bit. I feel that it's still kind of bigger than it should be on some areas, so this is the time where you can start reshaping some things. You can erase the extra. So all those areas that you don't want can be easily removed because you haven't pressed hard at all on the drawing. So all that comes out pretty easy. So I'm going to do a little bit of blending. So I'm pressing very light and then don't press hard because you don't want to get this fuzzy look, which is going to look fuzzy for a while, but if you press really hard it's going to be really fuzzy. You don't want that. So that's good enough. So I feel my sphere is still looking kind of squarish on some areas. Clean it up a bit. By the end it should look pretty round. So I'm gonna go